Okay, I am recording officially. Hello and welcome to today's strength class. My name is Holly Kuzo, not Jewel Smith, and I'm here with Buena Vida. So I'm your Buena Vida program manager. So as always, let me know if you have any questions about the program or anything like that. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to get fit. So we got a nice little strength class happening today. So if we want to get up and find a place to stretch, let me go ahead and share my music. And I'll get us a little timer going. All right, I'm going to try the side by side thing again so that you see half me and half timer. Oh, shoot. And I want to share my sound. Take two. Okay, here we go. We're sharing. Give me a little thumbs up in the chat if you're ready to party. I'm trying a different genre of music today, so I hope we enjoy it. If you hate it, here we go. All right, so 5 minutes on the clock, just enough to get us moving and grooving, find a little space that feels good. Our first thing we're gonna do is angels. So we're gonna bring the hands and out to nice little 90 degree cactus position. We're gonna reach all the way up, trying to keep those ribs down, and then we're gonna pull those elbows back into that position. It's a nice big stretch for the chest and shoulders. We're just gonna do 5 of these bad boys. Nice and easy. We can take a little bit of time in each of those positions, pulling those elbows down, trying to keep pulling those elbows back as well. And pull. This makes 4 for me. Feel free to take a little bit of time. I know I started a little earlier than so we're going to go ahead and do those 5. And then we're going to go into the lunge situation that we've been doing the last couple of weeks. So you're just going to take and move this guy down so you can see me a little better. There we go. So we're going to take a nice little half lunge. Slight bend on the back, knee, feel good. Mostly focusing on bending the front leg. And we're going to reach up and up. Push. Back. And reach. We're going for 5 on each side. All 4 men. 10. This is 4 for me. Be a little quick with these because we are trying to get the body moving, start to get that heart rate up, start to get the muscles ready to move. But our goal here is that we're stretching that back hip flexors, so the leg that's back, that is the side that we're stretching. By reaching up overhead, we're also extending that spine just a little bit. So we're reaching up the legs, pressing through the full foot, warming up with the quads. And in the time that it took me to yap and demo this, we've done a total of 10. And now let's go ahead and get into some standing cat counts. So I'm gonna move this guy back up. I love this stretch. We're gonna pull the elbows back, and then we're gonna spin forward and then pull out that upper back. So trying to get a big stretch up here between the shoulder blades. Then we're gonna bring them back up, arch the back just a little bit if it feels good, and then move it back down. As always, going for 5 of these bad boys. Too crazy. My goal is that we're gonna be able to get 2 rounds of this. And I think we are on track to do just that. So finish out that 4th, 5th rep. And last thing, my favorite, your favorite, good morning. We got 5 of them. So slightly wide stance, hands behind the head. And we're gonna push the hips back, find a nice stretch in the hamstring, and pick it up. Just 5 of these. And now to wake up the hamstrings, wake up the low back just a little bit. And 4. 1 more. And 5. All right, let's do it all again, starting from the angel. So bring those arms up and out, big reach up, and pull back and down. 5 of these guys. So we want to think about our breath. We can inhale as we reach up, and exhale as we pull back and down. That gets us a little bit deeper into the stretch, which is always nice. And whether you keep palms open, closed, thumbs up, whatever feels good. From there, let's go back into our lunge with a reach. Stepping back into that lunge, big reach. If you feel comfortable, lunging a little bit lower, don't be shy. But if you're feeling shy, fine. I'm not there. I'm not gonna be mad at you. Again, 5 on each side here. We want to think about where our hands are facing, with palms facing the front. That's going to be a little bit easier. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can point the thumbs back, have the palms facing each other. Actually, I mixed that up. Palms facing forward is a little bit harder. Palms facing each other is a little bit easier. So, feel that out. Get a little bit of an arch on the back is good, but we want to focus on getting a nice big stretch through the hip flexor. And once we've done 5 on each side, we're going into that standing back. Going forward, stretch out between the shoulder blades. Are y'all ever in the middle of doing something and you have a group chat, it is just pop it off? I've got that right down. So if I keep looking at my watch, because I'm like, oh, who's calling me? And it's actually just 17 times. Because very excited, my friends and I got the Buena Vida tickets today. The Austin, very excited. Good morning. So get those feet nice and wide, hands on the head, and do one. Yeah, if you didn't know, she recently put out 2 singles and she's putting out another album. So if you're looking for something to do in June and Austin, go sing Buena Vida with me. Just shoot me an email. I'll meet you there. It'll be fun. All right, finish out those good mornings. Stretch out anything else that needs to be stretched. And then we'll go ahead and get into the workout. Let me pause my music just to be sure that y'all can hear me. So, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we are officially warm. Love that. So, I know typically I like to start us off with like an EMOM or something that's timed, but I thought for today we would just take it easy, just get 4 rounds under our belt, and it'll take how long it takes, then we'll get a little cardio at the end. So, we're gonna do 4 rounds of goblet lunges. So ideally, we're going to add weight to a lunge. If lunges don't feel good, then we will not be adding weight and we will simply be doing the lunges. And if lunges don't feel good, then we can squat. We got loads of options there. So I'll demo one of those guys. So I'm going to get a slightly heavier side weight and I'm going to hold it in front of the chest. That's what the goblet part means. And I'm just going to step back, let that knee go down as far as I feel comfortable. And then we're going to come back up. So this is going to be 10 per side, kind of a lot, but we're going to get through them. So we've got those guys, that's 10 per side. Again, if you think 10 per side of a lunge with no weight is going to be challenging enough, then I support you. And I think that's more than enough. And if lunges don't feel good, then we can do 15 squats instead. Weighted, unweighted, totally choose your own adventure. But I think 15 will do. 20 seems excessive. Then we're going to grab most likely a slightly lighter weight. And we're going to go for bent over rows. So let me grab my little 10s here. We're going to bend forward at the hips. We're going to pull the weights from a straight arm behind the body. So we want to pull the elbows back as far as we can, puffing out that chest at the bottom. And I like to think about bringing my wrists even with my belly button. Wherever your belly button is, hopefully it's not weirdly high at your sternum, but that's going to make sure that we're using a lot of that nice big lat muscle by pulling back and down, and that's going to keep us nice and upright instead of having a shrug up into this super high pull. So 10 of those guys doing both at the same time. If we only have one weight, then we can just rep out. I would say probably 8 on each side is enough, just that you don't spend too much time doing those. But again, choose your own adventure. The last thing we're going to do, we are going to get on the floor, if that's okay with everybody. We're going to do some push-ups to a pike. So I'm going to move my weights out of the way. I'm going to do the push-up. So again, you can come to the knees. You don't have to. And then when you get to the top, you're going to push through the shoulders to get biceps to ears. That's going to load our shoulders just a little bit more than just the chest. And then we'll come back down into that push-up. So if we need to use the knees for a little bit of assistance, we'll do the push-up, come to the toes, push high, come back down. Just a little bit extra. We're going to do 8 of those guys. It should be something that we can get through in 1, maybe 2 sets. So if we want to make that 6, 4, again, I'm not counting your reps. You're safe here. So just those 3 movements, and then we're going to kind of mosey back to the top. So I'll aim for us to get about 30 seconds of rest in between rounds. But again, if you're going faster than me, slower than me, make sure you get at least a little bit of rest before you scoot back up to the top. You're not in a rush. We'll get some time. So here we go. I'll go ahead. I'll just start us a clock because it feels fun. We'll try not to take more than 16 minutes for this bad boy. I have a feeling we might finish sooner, but we'll find out. All right, music is starting. We are starting with our lunges. So lunges are first. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Weight comes up to the chest. 10 reps per side. You're more than welcome to do all 10 reps on one side, followed by all 10 reps on the other. That's what I'll be doing because I find it a little bit easier to count that way. But again, choose your adventure. And if lunging backwards doesn't feel good, you can lunge forwards. Totally whatever works for you. I like a reverse lunge because it involve a little bit more of the hamstring. So I find that it's a little more balanced that way. And a lot of folks I find don't love going forward into a lunge and then it's a lot of your quad, but that feels better. Do it. For a lot of people, it does remind them that we're mostly loading that front leg, so it feels a lot better on the back leg. Yeah, that's you. Do it. I love it. And I believe that means 7 for me. So we now have the last couple reps. And 10. All right, as we finish those lunges, we're now going into bent over row. Bending forward at the hips. And back. Try to get a little bit of a pause at the top, just for a second or two, nothing too crazy. And we're trying to keep our gaze focused just a little bit in front of us. Don't look straight down. The ground ain't going nowhere, I promise. And finish these couple reps. And 10. All right. Once we finish those, guys, push-up time. I'm gonna make sure that this sound happy enough. Ah, there it is. All right, we're kicking up. Right. Push up to a height. 4, 6, 8. Leave that meaning number. Do a number that feels good. I'm gonna go ahead and knock that in. Another thing too about this hike is that we're gonna pull our abdominals in, sort of like a low ab stretch. We're gonna get 2 for 1 special on that guy. All right. Once you finish your reps, people talk, wow, perfect timing. 2.5 minutes on the dot. Look at us go. People talk, get some of that rest. 20, 30 seconds, wherever you're at. I think that should be good because we do want to keep our heart rate up, but you deserve some rest. You've been through enough. Go through your rest with the water. I'm certain you can do that. All right, and then we go back to the top whenever we're ready. It's so funny trying to teach this and breathe at the same time. I always feel like I'm like, they can't understand me. So hopefully I'm doing all right for y'all. But it just goes to show. We all get out of breath going up the stairs. So don't feel bad if that's you. And the nice thing about this goblet weight in front of our body is that it reminds us to keep that chest up. So it's really tempting to want to come down and flat forward, but don't. Keep those elbows up. That'll keep your chest up. Overall better posture, better quality of movement. And keep it up. Don't forget to have fun. Not too late to start. Put my weight down, switch out. Shoulders bent to the nose. We're gonna get 10 reps radius. Nice, y'all. Doing good. Remember that little bit of pause at the top and let those weights down more slowly. Then we pick them up. That way we're taking time while the muscle stretches. And that way we grow big and strong. Doing that, probably some knees at some point. You know how it is. All right, push-ups, don't do squats. Timing. Take your 20, 30 seconds of rest. Grab a sip of water, whatever feels good. 2 rounds down, 2 rounds to go. We're crushing it, y'all. Definitely out of breath. Proud of you guys. This is a tough one. I always write out what I'm gonna do, and I'm like, that seems fun. And then halfway through, I'm like, we didn't have to do all this. But it's okay. We're gonna be so fit. We're gonna be so strong. It's gonna be worth it. All right, I'm coming up on my 30 seconds. Wherever y'all at is a good spot. Here we go. Back to those lunges. When you're ready, 10 per side. Nothing to see here. Remember, we're keeping most of our body weight in that front leg. The back leg is just there for stability. Try to load it as little as possible. Enough to keep you balanced, but not so much. They put straight on that back knee. And 8, 9, and 10. Then I'm switching paws. Woo! Calm down. Remember to keep those elbows up. Nice tall posture. Proud of all the work we're putting in. And finish up in the last couple reps. And switch it out. Bend over rows. Eyes slightly forward. Bend at the hips. Looking for that little hamstring stretch. Pulling elbows back and to the side. Wrist meeting belly button. Take a little kiss below. Just 10 of these bad boys. All right. And last but not least, certainly the bane of all of our existence, push-ups. They're so good for you. I hate to say it. I hate that it's right. Number 4 is totally good. 6 is good. Any number that you can do. And you're like, you know what? I worked hard. I'm not inches from death, but I do feel like I got stronger. A good rule of thumb is that for a workout like this, if we feel like we've got like 2, 3 reps left in the tank at the end, that probably means that you pushed yourself hard. So, if you've got extra weights, feel free to swap out something heavier, something lighter. I did not look at the clock. I'm gonna give myself a couple more seconds, and then I'm gonna go for that last round. We're crushing it, y'all. I'm proud of us. Let's go. One more round. Probably wrapping up around like the 10 to 12 minute mark. So, let's get into it. Make sure that you all can see me. That's my little chair. All right, weight at the front, 10 per side. Here we go. You give yourself a little mental high five when you hit 5 reps. Then you're like, well, I did it once. Why not do it again? Get to that 10, 9, and 10, and switch. Remember, we do want to bend that front knee. That's how the quad starts to work. Front side of the leg. That's what's getting strong. 8, 9, and 10. All right, good news. No more lunges today. We're doing it. Get into those bent over rows. Pull your hips back. Pull yourself down. Find that little hamstring stretch. And bell out a little bit. And push-ups. Finishing strong. We're gonna get through this. Get those reps done. If you're doing like one at a time and you need a little bit of rest, Totally fine. Try to do small sets, small breaks, get to that number. We got this. Remember, we want those wrists set just about fingertip outside the chest. Get those guys nice and set. You can always adjust them later. Drive those elbows slightly out to the side. All right, finish out those reps. And guys, we got so strong. Finish that first part. I'll go ahead and give us about 30 more seconds for anybody that's got to finish out those last couple reps. Move this up so that y'all can see me. Hello, nice and sweaty, just like y'all. All right, if you're still working, knock out those last couple reps, then we'll take a little break. Call it 3, 2, 1. I think that's enough of that. All right. Let me turn off the music once again so y'all can hear me better. Okay, so 4 rounds under our belt. Very good job so far. Local time is 12:22, and I want to make sure that I respect y'all's time. So I'm going to do about 6 more minutes of work. We'll just try to get a little bit of cardio in, nothing too crazy. So let me set this guy for 6 minutos. And real quick, here's what we want to do. We're going to want to grab some lighter weights if we have them. If we don't, we'll figure it out. We'll be okay. But we're going to do 6 per side of what I call a top-down overhead press. So if I have 2 weights, that's ideal. If I only have 1, we'll talk about it. So I'm going to grab my lighter guys. Going to put both of these guys all the way overhead. I'm going to pull 1 down, bring it back up. That's 1. Other guy down, put it back up. That's 2. So we're pretty much always holding that overhead position. So the rep starts at the top and finishes at the top. So that's 6 per side, also known as 12. If we only have one weight that we feel comfortable putting overhead, then if 6 per side feels challenging enough for the weight that you have, stick with it. If it feels a little bit light, the goal is that we're making a lighter weight feel a little bit heavier. Then what I want us to do is press up, 1, 2, pull back down, press up, 1, 2. So we're just gonna slow down that overhead press. That way we still get the same stimulus of having that overhead hold. So 6 per side, regardless of what we're doing. If your weight is way too light, feel free to knock out 8. You'll probably go a little bit faster than I do. So it's all good either way. Then we're gonna grab 1 to 2 weights and knock out some RDLs. So I'm gonna start with my slightly heavier guys. What we're gonna do is keep those weights right outside the body, aiming for my hands to get just about to my knee, and then standing up nice and tall. When I stand up, all I have to do is bring my hips to my dumbbells. I don't need to bring them past. That's a lot. You don't have to do all that. So that's going to be 12, a little bit higher reps than we normally do. Goal there is that we get a nice little roasty toast on the back side of the body. And then last thing, we're going to drop all weights. We're going to go squat, and then we're going to go knee to opposite elbow. So I'll show y'all from the front. Squat, knee to elbow. We get a little bit of core, a little bit of twisting. It's going to be fun. So 6 minutes. We'll see if we can knock out like 2, 3 rounds. 4, we'll find out. We'll see how fast we go. All right, let's go ahead and get ready with that overhead press weight. Music's going back on. It's a party. Here we go. Going in 10. I'm going to do this from a kneel so y'all can see me better. Feel free to kneel with me. Feel free to not. And 6 per side. That makes 3 per side, 6 total. Last little bit. Finish out those reps. And that's 6 per side. All right. Bringing them down. Grabbing hopefully a heavier weight, whatever feels good. Keeping our hands to the side. Till those hands reach about the knee, maybe a little bit lower depending on our flexibility. Down for about 2 seconds. Up for 1. And we're controlling on the way down. Making sure that our shoulder blades our push together. Heel back to reveal that big strong chest. Remember, a little bit of knee bend is what we want. That's going to help us get into a deeper stretch. So don't be shy. Bend those guys just a little bit. Do this count. I'm going to call this 9. And on to the next. Remember, our goal number here is 12. So to get a little bit of the grip, that's good. And then we're going to go into our 12 squat to knee to elbow situation. Squat, knee to elbow. Remember, we want to make sure that we're getting a nice big twist in this. So I like to think about starting in sort of that cactus arm position. That way I make sure that I get a nice big twist instead of just pulling those guys to touch. To be fair, if you do that, you'd still get at least a little bit of the stimulus. The more we twist, the better it is for our posture, for our spine health, our little joints, all that good stuff. I call this 10, I believe. All right, and when I finish, I'm back to the top. It's 2 minutes around, so we're looking at about 3 rounds, nothing too crazy. When we're ready, don't be shy, y'all. If you feel like you need a little bit of a rest, take it. Take a little water. Nothing's that serious. It'll be okay. We'll still get a good workout in. Make sure that we are controlling that weight on the way down. About 1, 2, and shoot up. 1, 2, shoot up. This is gonna make 4 per side. And that makes 6. I don't know about y'all. Personally, when I'm doing a double side exercise, I like to count 1, 2, 3 instead of counting every single rep. Because I feel like then, once I get to 3, I'm like, well, it's only 3 more. Whereas if I know I'm doing 12 and I get to 6, I'm like, holy guacamole, that's still so many reps. Doesn't work when you're doing an exercise like this that's just 12 reparoos and there's no real way around it. But I guess that's where like believing in yourself comes in. Sounds like a myth. Just kidding. If y'all don't believe in yourselves, you know you got me. Believe I got 2 of these bad boys left. All right, and then once we finish those, back to squats. Squat, get that twist in. Nice full twist as we get to the top. Really focusing on pulling that knee as much as we can. Gonna get those lower abs nice and engaged. Use those hip flexors. Might be a little tight if we sit a lot during the day. This will just help to wake those little suckers up. All right. One more round. I think we can. Don't mind if I do. Get those guys set. All the way overhead. Nice and easy. 2, 3. Looking good, y'all. We're halfway there. Well, through this specific exercise. Far more than halfway through this time cap, which is lovely. And finish those guys out. Grab your weights, RDLs. Again, looking for a big stretch in the hamstrings. Get those wrists about to the knees. And then pull the hips to the wrist. Squeeze that butt. And we want to make sure that we are keeping the chest proud. Shoulders rolled back. That helps to be sure that spine is working, core is working as it should. 3, 2, and 1. I am really so sorry for folks that watch this not live. And I say that I'm going to do 12. And then I'm sure that there are some times where I do like 7. And you're like, excuse me, what the heck? But I simply never learned to count. So really very sorry about that. But also surely the yapping takes up time, you know? All right, let's just finish out however many reps we got. If you want to scoot on to the next exercise, you're more than welcome. I'm just gonna sneak in a couple more reps at the same one. Maybe do some extra credit. Make up for the times that I did 7 and I should have done 12. All right, y'all, that's all I have for you. Local time is 12:31. I did take a little bit more of your time than I was entitled to, so thank you for hanging out with me. Let me go ahead and stop sharing that screen. Yay, hearts, thumbs up. So glad you guys had fun. As far as cooling down goes, if you got time, we'll hit a couple stretches together. If you don't have time, just take a nice slow walk, cool down wherever you're at, whether that's at the office or at home. Even if, if you're embarrassed that you're in workout gear, then just take a couple laps around your office or your cubicle and then call it good. But for those of you that want to stay and hang out, I will go ahead and hit a couple of little stretches, just enough to make us feel good. So let's go ahead and start in a kneeling position if we could, if that's comfortable where we're at. And let's just get a kneeling hip flexor stretch. So we're going to kneel and we're going to push forward. So this is a hip flexor stretch. If it doesn't feel good wherever we're at, we can actually stand, get into a half lunge, and just push that hip forward. So if we do prefer to stay standing, then there's your option there. Feel free to grab a little bit of support. I'm going to go for about 30 seconds per side, based purely on vibes. So we'll give it about 10, 15 more, and then we'll go ahead and switch. Couple deep breaths while we're here. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and switch it out. Again, kneeling, standing. You can't go wrong, whatever you're doing. And feel free to rest those hands on the ground, rest on your knee. As I've been doing, you can grab a little something for support. Couple breaths while we're here. Again, we're looking to feel this in the back hip. So the leg that is behind us, the hip on that side, is what we should be feeling. Let's take another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come on up out of that. I'm going to stay kneeling just so that y'all can see me. Come to a seated position so y'all can see me even better. This can be done standing, kneeling, wherever the winds take you. But let's take one arm, cross it across the chest, and pull somewhere above that elbow. If we pull behind the elbow, it's really easy to just bend the arm. So try to hook right past that elbow. Pull across as much as you can, and pull those shoulders back. And you should feel a really big stretch there. It feels very nice. So keep those guys pulled back. This will be a quick one. We'll just do about 20 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open them up. Switch it out. Hook somewhere behind that elbow. Pull and peel those shoulders back. It's nice and difficult. I'm like, wow, am I this tight? Yes. That's okay. And let's take another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, next, we're going to take our hands, pull them behind us. If all that we can do is put our hands on the back of our hips and open up that chest, and that's what we're going to do. If we can grasp hands together, we're going to do that, and we're going to drive thumbs down the hips. Nice big chest stretch. And just hold this for about 20 seconds because this one can be a little tough. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, arms in front, up, out to the side, one big circle, and then give yourself a high five for a job well done. Thank y'all for hanging out for me. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.